Hey, welcome back to my channel. I am Michelle Spieler, an over 25-year professional makeup artist. I come from the Hollywood industry. I'm also the creator of Mature Makeup Masterclass, a series of over 20 videos on mature technique. You can always find that link. I've priced it low on purpose so anyone can afford it. And recently, we are now the community called the Look Good Close-Up Club. Okay, because I don't do social media makeup. If you and I were out right now having lunch or coffee, you could be close up in my face and you can see some texture and some sunspots and some, sunken circles under the eye. But this is how I would look in your face. So what I do here is how I look in person. And I just want to look like I have the best, glowiest, healthiest skin possible and makeup that's softly blended and nothing harsh, okay? So I'm glad you're here. Welcome to one of my last videos of the year. In fact, this is my last makeup video of the year. I know I still owe everyone a Korean skincare video. I will do that at the very end, probably the last day of the month. Isn't that the 31st? I think it is. I'm going to be traveling for the holidays, and so I'm taking a couple weeks off. But today, you are in for a treat. This is the Mature Skin Approved Beauty Awards of 2022, all my top picks, and I will break it down for skin types, okay? And just so you know, I coined the term Mature Skin Approved about a year and a half on TikTok. A year and a half ago, maybe a little more than a year and a half ago, I started saying Mature Skin Approved at the end of some of my videos on TikTok. And it caught on, and I started noticing other influencers saying it. And so I just did a big public announcement that I was the one who created it. No one was saying that before me. But I invite everyone to use it. So if you see it here on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok, I promise you no one was saying that prior to a year and a half ago. So I created Mature Skin Approved, but I invite all people to use it because I think it's an important vernacular to add to our life so that you will know that something has been tried, true, tested by a mature woman. Now, we all have different skin types, and what works for some doesn't work for others, but at least you know that's kind of like a stamp of approval for the mature gal, okay? Okay, before we get started, it is what it is. Okay, we're gonna talk top primers. We're just gonna go through the whole face, and then I'm gonna cut. I just did this on TikTok in 2 parts. I did this whole thing in 6 minutes. I had to speak so quickly. I feel like I didn't really get to explain much. So I'm doing the fuller version here. So you guys get more of an exclusive of why I like what I like. And then I'm going to cut, and then I'm going to do my top skincare picks of the year. And then we'll end the year next in a few weeks with the Korean skincare by YesStyle.com or Yes Style app. If you get the app, you can go to the app store and get the app Yes Style and click on beauty. It's so fun. It is so fun and so affordable. Okay, top primers of the year. If you're new here, you don't know this, but if you've been here for a while, RMS makes the best primer, radiant locking primer, and there's 0 silicone in it. And it's just pretty under everything. I'm not telling you need a primer. Some women don't. If you have excellent, excellent skin prep, you don't need this. Unless you want it. I love wearing a primer some days. Some days I do, some days I don't. I do have a primer on today. In fact, the primer I have on today is by Makeup Forever, and I love it. It has silicone in it. I love it. But it's behind my background here, but it's an honorable mention because I love it. Embryolisse, it's only $29. You can get it on Amazon. It's French. It's in every makeup artist kit for decades now. This is wildly popular with makeup artists because it allows makeup to go on so beautifully. So if you know, you know. And this is what I put in my pro kit. And even if a woman tells me she's moisturized her face, maybe she did it an hour before she sat in my chair. Maybe she did it 2 hours. I always go over her face with this because it's kind of like moisture and primer in one, and it allows me to get a beautiful application to the foundation. Okay, so let's start with liquid foundation because some women love liquid foundation, and I get it. It's easy to use. We've been using it for decades, and there are some good formulas out there. So my top two picks are, let me get them out of the box. My top two picks for liquid foundation are the Kosas Revealer Foundation. Comes in so many colors, has tons of skincare ingredients, works on all skin types, natural finish, so it's not dewy, it's not matte, and it's up to a medium buildable coverage. So this is not heavy foundation. It's really lovely, and I love Kosas. Tied for that, because I couldn't decide, is the Makeup Forever HD Skin. This is so pretty. It's sheer, but yet covers, has a medium coverage. What I would suggest is put it all over, get your magnification mirror and reassess where you might need a little more coverage, but it's so pretty. And it is a natural finish as well. It just looks like skin. Both of these just look like skin, and that's why they both made the cut, and they both work on even oily skin. The one liquid that does not work well on oily skin, according to most of my oily skin friends on TikTok, House Labs. I loved this. This has a lot of silicone in it, so it leaves your skin really dewy, very dewy. It's a dewy finish, and I think this is why a lot of the oily skin women didn't like it, or it like looked too shiny, made them look greasy, but it stuck to dry patches on their face. I didn't experience any of that. I just thought this was beautiful. I'm normal to dry, so if you like a liquid foundation and you are combo to dry, you might really love the House Labs. If it's good enough for Lady Gaga, even when she's performing, you know it's a great formula, okay? Now, if you've been here long enough, you know I am not a huge liquid foundation person. I review this for women, mostly on TikTok and Instagram, and also brands pay me to review their products and mention it. And so those are some brands I've worked with this year that I was like, wow, these are really beautiful. I could totally wear these. And I've worn them all day. They're long wearing. All those three formulas I just showed you lasted minimum 9 hours and looked very pretty at the end of the day. But you know, I'm a cream foundation girl, because to me, cream foundation really close up doesn't show any of my texture. It looks supple, it looks creamy, it looks radiant. So Kat Von D Good Apple is an excellent cream makeup. It's so pretty, and you can put it on sheer, you can put it on heavier, you can get up to a heavy coverage with it just by layering. I wear this more sheer to medium. So pretty. And then of course, you know, I love my Saint. Of course I love Saint. I love it. It changed my life. I absolutely love Saint. It's a great cream makeup, and I will die on that hill. Okay. So that is for foundations. Now let's talk skin tints, because not everyone here wants to wear a foundation. Some days I don't wear any foundation. So my favorite skin tints of the year that I've reached for the most, Summer Fridays. It is very sheer. I'm almost out. It's very sheer. I like to wear this before I put on the Kat Von D or the Saint, because it kind of evens me out so I don't have to wear as much cream makeup. I love Summer Fridays. There's no SPF in it, but you know how I feel about that. I think you need your very own layer of SPF. The one I've probably used the most this year, the one I've probably reached for the most and used the most, is the Say Slip Tint. Now this does have an SPF in it. I think it's a 35. Pretty flexible shades. And again, I just put it on my face almost like a skincare. It's a tinted moisturizer. It's beautiful. And I love this. I really love this. It's one of my very favorites. And I can just wear that when I want a really natural day. And then let's not forget Jones Road Beauty, What the Foundation. It's called What the Foundation. It is not a foundation. It is definitely a tinted skin balm, okay? I'm going to show you right here. It's just this beautiful tinted skin balm. So it's like skincare with pigment added to it. It's very much skincare. It can get a little bit like peanut butter where you got to stir it up. I don't mind that. Some women hate that. Then that's not for you then. That's fine. It's okay. No one's trying to convince you to get this, but it's gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. And I don't know that I would put this on oily skin, but if you had combo, this has a ton of skincare ingredients. So just skip your skincare. Just wash your face, maybe a serum, go in with this, well, SPF, and then go in with this, okay? This could be your actual moisturizer, okay? So those are my skin tints of the year. Love them. Okay, what's next? Setting powder. My favorite setting powder of the year, you've probably seen me use this so many times this year. It's the Say Air Set. It is super shallow, but for some reason, it's the only one I've used almost this whole year. I absolutely love this powder. It's talc-free. It's the one I reach for again and again and again. I don't know why I love this, but I have so many powders from so many different brands, and this is always the one I reach for. It's my very favorite. It's just pretty. It doesn't look heavy. It doesn't look powdery. It's just beautiful. But I have to talk about Laura Mercier because this has been in my pro kit for over 20 years. It's excellent. It's an industry standard for makeup artists. It's gorgeous. It's what I use on everybody. I use it on myself too. I love it. And she just came out with talc-free, and she has a really good ultra blurring one. So if you really want to kind of blur your pores, this is excellent, okay? That is my favorite powders of the year. I do love Charlotte Tilbury Pressed very much, but I kind of like that more as a finishing powder, not so much a setting powder. Okay, let's go to bronzer. My number one bronzer of the year, if you're new here, it's my Saint Bella. I put two together so it's easy to use with the big brush. Bella is my favorite bronzer of all time because it's very sheer and it's super easy to blend, okay? But this Makeup by Mario Skin Enhancer, he doesn't call it a bronzer, but it's a bronzer. And it's super sheer, but it has this beautiful radiance to it. It's what I'm wearing today. I did not put Bella on. I have this on. I really, really love it. This is light to medium. Comes in a bunch of different shades. It's a huge hit on TikTok. I absolutely love it. Also, Mob Beauty makes cream clay bronzer. I've talked about this before. If you are afraid of bronzer, I grew up in California, so we wore bronzer from the time we were very young. But if you grew up not really wearing bronzer or not really seeing the point of bronzer, you might need M80, because M80 is just this like stunning, look at that. It's not orangey, it's not brown, but it gives this beautiful soft warmth to the face. And you could put it in your perimeter. You could put it the sides of your cheeks, the top of your forehead, a little on your neck. M80 is the prettiest bronzer, and this is the one I wear a lot in the winter because when I'm paler, it's just gorgeous. M77's a little bit more like a true bronzer, and then they make darker colors to accommodate all skin tones. What I like about the cream clay bronzer is it goes on like a cream. It dries down to, I don't want to say matte. It never looks dry. It's more of a velvety natural finish because of the clay in it. So oily women can wear it. It's superb. I can't speak highly enough about Mob Beauty. I love Mob Beauty. So those are my favorite bronzers of the year. My favorite blush of the year, the one that I probably wear 80% of my life, even when I'm doing brand videos over on TikTok, is R5, this tiny little square. Look at this. I have used this almost every day since, I don't know, February, March, April. Look at how much is left. This is like, I don't know, 20 bucks, 22 bucks. I will say though, I bought the brush that it was designed to go with. This is the shape brush. It's got two sides because it's super, super I don't want to say wispy, but it's really, really soft and super flexible. And I do this and it just gives that beautiful, it's just the most beautiful pink. It's just like the color you get when maybe you go outside in the cold, or you blush a little bit, or you work out and you get that flush of color to the face. It's just universally flattering. That's probably my top blush of the year, but I didn't talk about that over on TikTok. I didn't talk about that one. So Mob Beauty also makes cream clay blush. So same thing. They make a ton of different colors. It goes on like a cream, but not super slippery. It's more of a velvety cream. It dries to like a velvet finish. So for oily skin, it's gorgeous. And then the Make Beauty, they make 10 shades of blush. And I think we're going to start seeing a lot more powder blush in the next year, because we really are going back to more of a 90s look. And so I think we're going to see a lot of powder, but this is one of those powders where it doesn't sit on top of the skin and you can see it. It's not coarse or gritty, or there's no texture. It becomes the skin. It's so pretty. And I really love this for women with larger pores or combination skin or oily skin. But I mean, it's great on my skin too. I love the Make Beauty. I would never have known about this had they not sent this to me. That's why this video will say sponsored, because so much of this stuff has been sent to me, but a lot of it I've purchased with my own money. But I would have never known about Make Beauty had they not sent this to me. They sent me all 10 colors. So I was able to see and try different colors and see firsthand how beautiful they are. Really pretty. Okay, so that is blush. Now let's talk highlighter. In addition to blush, Hourglass, this is the most beautiful palette. Hourglass makes blushes and highlighters that when you wear them, especially for someone who's more oily or combo, when you wear these, they look like candlelit glow. You will look lit from within, is the best way I can say it. They're not super shiny. It just looks more like you've just had this beautiful candlelit glow. I've never tried anything like these Hourglass, and you can buy them in singles. You don't have to get a palette, but Hourglass makes the prettiest highlighters. I love these. But the one I'm wearing today, and the one that has been my number one for the year, I've reached for this again and again. People will tell me how gorgeous my skin is. I'm like, it's this highlighter, I promise you, because look, do you see just that? Look at my skin. It makes my skin look more beautiful than it is. It's the Victoria Beckham. It's called Highlight or Reflex. And it's just, can you see that? It just looks like highlighted skin. It's even on my lips. I wear it all the time on my lips. People will ask, what do you have on your lips? My highlighter. Stays on pretty well too. Since we're talking about lips, let's talk about my number one lip liner of the year. Makeup Forever Anywhere Caffeine. I love the Makeup Forever pencils. They stay on super well. They're pretty affordable. But if you are on a budget, good old-fashioned ColourPop makes BFF number 2, which is a little deeper, more like this one. These are only $5, but those are my top picks of the year. Those are the ones I reach for the most. And then I'm completely obsessed with this Chanel lip balm, which is it's like a gloss balm, and it's clear. I can't believe I bought it. I'm sure it was expensive. I don't know the price. I'm sure it was extremely expensive, but this and this gets thrown in my purse, and this is what I wear 90% of my life, and I love this, and I get so many compliments. So many people ask me. Okay, let's go to concealer. Number one concealer of the year. As you know, I'm not a big concealer person, right? So I do the Demi color correcting waxes under my eye 95% of my life. But in the event that I don't know, maybe I'm doing a brand video and they want me wearing their concealer and I'm like, oh, I like this, I'm gonna wear it for the day. Or if I have photography, like if I have really, really, really important photography and I want a more smoothed out skin tone eye, I might use concealer. So Kosas Revealer Concealer, I've talked about this for almost 2 years, over a year and a half. I love it. It has a ton of skincare in it. It has caffeine. It's just beautiful. And it's very, very skin-like. And it comes in a ton of colors. I chose cool because I find so many brands are so yellow that I like a cooler color under my eye. And this is only up to a medium coverage. So if you like heavy, this is not for you. But if you like natural skin-like, you just want to kind of even out a little bit, Kosas Revealer Concealer is amazing. Now, for heavier coverages, the two winners that are neck and neck is the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion. I don't know why I don't see people talk about this more. Maybe they do here on YouTube, but I don't watch other makeup reviewers on YouTube. I don't see anyone talking about this on TikTok. I love this. This is so beautiful. I have it on today. It's just beautiful. And I put on just 2 dots and then I'll take like the Kitten Paw brush by BK Beauty. Where is it? Well, I don't see it, but it's the Kitten Paw. Do I have it out? No, I don't know where it is. Anyway, the Kitten Paw brush is, oh, here it is. This is the one I use. It's the Angie Hot and Flashy. It's number A506. They call it the Kitten Paw. And I'll just kind of take it there and a little bit out there. And then whatever left over, I kind of go across the whole eye. It's beautiful. But recently, I've also been wearing the Lancome Teint Idole. This is beautiful. Beautiful. And they both stay kind of radiant and skin-like all day. I think they're great. So if you like heavier coverage, this is great. And then you know what I did afterwards? I put this on. I put this on today, and then I could still see a little bit of dark peeking through. So I just took a tiny bit on a brush, tiny bit of the 03, the Peachy 03, and just went a little bit right there, and it layered great together, which just shows you how versatile Demi is. You can put it under or over. So love these. Would love to hear your comments. And then recently in a video right here on YouTube, I used the Westmore Beauty. What does she call this? Liquid lighting. You know, it's like the Touche Eclat by YSL, but just a really, really radiant concealer that's medium coverage and really pretty. So this is now becoming one of my favorites. Love it. Okay, so those are my favorites there. Okay, let's move to eyebrows. If you've been here a while, you know there's nothing better in the whole business than Anastasia, her entire brow line, the brow pen, the skinny pencil, the regular, my favorite product she's ever made is just a good old-fashioned pencil. Just a good old-fashioned pencil. And her blondes are the best in the business. The best. Nobody makes prettier blondes than Anastasia. I also love her Brow Freeze and then her little Brow Wiz skinny pencil. But I'll use Anastasia when I have a little bit more time and I really want to design a beautiful brow. Here's what snuck up this year that shocked me. Benefit, also known for great brow products, sent me, oh no, they didn't send this. I bought this. I bought this at Ulta. The Gimme Brow Volumizing Pencil. Now, This pencil has wax powder and little hair-like fibers. It's all I have in my brows today. It creates kind of a powdery brow and it fluffs them up somehow. It's so unique. I've never used anything like it. And then they have the spoolie on the other side. And I have been reaching for this the most lately because it's fast and easy. And then I always go in with the Kosas air brow because it also has little fibers in it, and I put it in my brows and it creates a beautiful fluffy brow, but it's not like, I still feel like I have eyebrow. They don't feel hard and crunchy and they're not shiny. It's just really pretty. So those are my favorite brow products. Let's do eyes. So I love my Saint eyeshadows, and they come in any color you can think of. Love, love, love. But this palette took me by storm. I saw this and I thought, I think I'm going to buy this for my pro kit, but I probably should use it first. Well, I used it one day and I'm like, oh no, this is me. This is mine. This is not going in my pro kit. Although I should get one for my pro kit. This is everything you would ever need. Then if you wanted a little bit of shimmer, you could put it right here, or you could put it in the center of your eyelid, but this is called his Master Mattes. Every makeup artist in the world should have this, but I think every mature woman should have this. I hope in 2023 he makes a cool version, because these are all quite warm. He needs this palette in cools because we are going back to more of a 90s makeup next year, even right now. But I love this. And this black, I can smoke it over pencil and it does not fall. I have never in my career used a black shadow that doesn't have fallout. I don't know how he did it, but it's exceptional, exceptional. I love it. And then my favorite eyeshadow that I've been obsessed with for weeks, and I think they're sold out, but it's Half Magic. She is the makeup department head for the show Euphoria, which I don't watch. It's a little too heavy. It's about teenage angst and drug use and all that. It's with Zendaya, who's one of the most beautiful creatures on the planet. But this is called Wet Pebble. And look at that. Do you see how there's depth and light all in the same color? Do you see that depth? It's incredible. And I just put it right on with my finger. And look, you get the light of the frost, but then it's dark. It's light and dark at the same time. It is so beautiful. I put it right on with my finger, and then I might take a little brush and smoke it in my crease, and I'll go a little bit under the eye. I've been wearing this. I can't even tell you how many days I wear this in the last 2 weeks. I love this. I heard they're sold out, but keep that on your radar or keep it on your wish list because it's amazing. And now, of course, I want to get more Half Magic. Okay, so what else have we not talked about? We talked about blush. We talked about highlighter, lips, concealer, brow. Okay, I think we talked about everything. My number one mascara of the year is Jones Road. It is so thick. It just always looks like I have fake lashes. By the way, I do have fake lashes on today. I have little half lashes. They're number 318s. Because I'm trying to show women how to wear just a half lash for the holidays and how easy it is. But you've seen me wear this a ton. It looks like I have fake lashes on. My favorite mascara. It's lengthening, it's thickening, it's beautiful. I also love the Thrive Tubing Mascara. Huge fan of tubing mascara, especially in the summer because it stays on, it doesn't smear. But Jones Road has my vote, number one mascara of the year because it lengthens and thickens and it's just so beautiful. My number one pencil of the year for the waterline, you know, is the Gwen Stefani Give. I put it up in my waterline and it stays put. But I've also recently fallen in love with the Chanel, also stays up in the waterline and stays put. Give is probably a little blacker and maybe a little longer wearing, but it's a mess in the morning. Even if I double cleanse and use micellar water, I look like a rock star in the morning, whereas Chanel, I wake up with a clean eye. But it's so good. I love both of those, okay? And then My favorite makeup tools of the year is Jenny Patinkin eyelash curler is the best I've ever used. It's better than Shu Uemura, and I've used Shu Uemura for 25 to 30 years. Most makeup artists use Shu Uemura. Jenny nailed it. I love Jenny Patinkin. She is a small business owner. She is a longtime professional makeup artist. She sells her beautiful products at Credo Beauty, or you can go to her website, jennypatinkin.com. And then, you know, I love my Stands Out Sponge, Memory Foam. Look at that. Oh, isn't that fun? I love it for mature skin because it conforms to our face. Anywhere we have funny little curves or sags, it conforms to the face. I love this Stands Out Sponge. Okay, I think that's everything. Setting spray. Number one setting spray of the year, Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush. This is no surprise. I use it in every video. It's in my pro kit, and it keeps on makeup the longest, where I don't have to refresh clients unless someone is super oily, and then I'll just go in with a little bit of powder just where they're oily, but this holds everything on. And then of course I spray some on the back of my hand, pick it up with a sponge and dab it under the eye to really keep that concealer on all day. This is the best, the best, the best in the business. I absolutely love it. Okay. Let me clean this up and come back with my top skincare picks. Now, skincare, though, is going to be more directed for my skin type, which is mature, normal to dry. I might have a few recommendations for oily skin, but this is maybe where you can check out if you have really, really mature, oily skin. I know Angie Hot and Flashy, she's oily. My friend Anne, she is Ann P Makeup and More. She has oily skin and lives in Florida where it's humid. So I would recommend you following women with oily skin for really great skincare picks, because I'm always going to want tons of juicy hydration, tons of thick skin plumping ingredients, and that's probably not for an oily gal. So stay here if you want to hear my top picks for 2022 in skincare. Okay, buckle up, because this is going to be overwhelming for some of you. I received probably since May or June, I've probably received over 30 brands of skincare and PR. So I get to try it all. Even though I get so much, I do still buy products. I do still buy different things to see how I like them, or if I hear some kind of buzz about something, I want to try it out. So a lot of this was sent to me, and a lot of it, maybe a third of it, I paid for with my own money. I'm going to talk about all different skin types, but I'm going to talk about really what works best for my skin type, normal to dry. Okay, so I hope you don't get overwhelmed. I switch it up all the time. I think our skin can get used to something, and so I'm always trying to switch it up. But these are my tried and true favorites of the entire year. Okay, so let's start with cleansing. If you wear makeup and if you wear SPF, you have to use a makeup remover or a cleansing balm. Now, if you want to use micellar wipes to take off your makeup, follow up with a real cleanser. This is not good enough. Please do not do that. Also, from what I'm told, these aren't good for the environment, but I keep those here just because I'm testing constantly on my hand or putting foundation on with my fingers, and I like to wipe it off sitting here. But I think most women need a cleansing balm to break up the makeup, take it all off, and then follow up with another cleanser. It's called a double cleanse in the Asian skincare community, and it is, I think, the best way to cleanse your face. Okay, so if you are on a budget, I absolutely love the Heimish micellar, no, not micellar, all clean balm by Heimish. This is about $13. It's huge. It lasts forever. It comes with a little spatula, and it really takes off the makeup, and it's excellent. It's excellent. It's Korean skincare, Heimish. Love it. But recently, Dr. Perricone sent me this one. This is his cleansing balm, and it's not as waxy. It's more like it's like a oily butter that really melts into the skin. Oh, I love the smell of it. It's not a synthetic fragrance. There's something in here that smells like the spa, but this is the one I have been loving the most. My favorite cleansing balm of the year. Now, you can follow that up with a cleanser, but I have been obsessed with these Oris face soaps. They are handcrafted in France. I would have never known about these, but they found me on my Shop My website and they sent me them, and I gave one to my sister who's sensitive rosacea. This one is for more of a drier skin type. So this is the one that I use every single night when I'm done with the cleansing balm. I have used this every night for 2 months, maybe longer. Look how much is left. I love it. Do you remember washing your face with a bar in the 80s? I love it. But it doesn't dry, it doesn't strip. It's made with just beautiful ingredients. They also make one for, let's see. This one is for, well, you know what? I don't know. It'll say on the website, but they make different bars for different skin types. And I love them. I absolutely love them. I use it every single night. Now, in the morning, when I'm in the shower or even at the sink, I do like a really, really gentle cleanser in the morning. Some people say you don't need a cleanser in the morning. I just like it in case you have any, like, I don't know, eye gunk or you slobbered on your face. I don't know. I just love to clean my face with something super gentle. So I have been loving this SK2. It's a travel size. I've been using this a lot in the morning. But there's so many good gentle cleansers you can get on yesstyle.com. Now, after I use a morning cleanser, and some mornings I'll exfoliate, but I'll tell you what I do. Every single morning I've been using this SK2, okay? I just bought this. I cannot tell you how many times this has been in my cart in the last 5 or 6 years, and I just don't pull the trigger because it's about $100. I'm not going to lie. I've been using this for every night for about 2 weeks, and you can see how much I've used in 2 weeks. I use it morning and night, and I just kind of like put some in my hands. It's an essence, and I pat it all in. What's special about this is that there's a fermented yeast in it, and I'm going to talk more about this at the end of the year because this is one of the things that made my favorite skincare of the Korean, and this is Japanese, but you can even buy it in a sample size. So what I did is I bought a little kit also because I'm traveling for the holidays, and I've got a little cleanser, a beautiful moisturizer, and then the essence. So I'm going to travel with this, but then I've got the full size as well. Okay. Now, oops. Sorry, baby. Okay, so then I use tretinoin, right? I'll get to that in a minute. But it causes pilling. It causes the skin to just like pill away, which we've seen. We've seen my pilling debacle in, I don't know, was it my Maybelline video? I don't remember what video it was, but it was a mess. So you have to be careful when you're using retinol or tretinoin, but this is about the best in the business if you want a chemical exfoliant. So after I would wash my face in the morning, I would put a little bit of this on a cotton pad and just quickly swipe my face, especially these areas, not too close to the eye, but especially these areas where I find I get a lot of pilling, sides of the face. This is excellent. This is an iconic product. This is the 2% BHA liquid exfoliant. Excellent, excellent, excellent. But they often say do not mix acids when you're using retinol or tretinoin. So here's another thing. I also love a physical exfoliator. This is in my shower. I probably use it only 2 mornings a week. I only know about this because I had a facial 2 years ago and she buffed my whole face with this and it felt like a baby's bottom. And I'm like, I have to have that. And I mean, it's half full and I've used it for almost 2 years. It's excellent. It's Eminence. It's the Minoy Age Corrective Exfoliating Cleanser. It's a natural retinol alternative. It's refining, and it's got little teeny fine granules in it, and it is excellent. Also, Tatcha sent me their rice polish, which does the same thing. But then this foams up. So you press it right here, you pour out a little bit. I make sure my hands are wet and my face is wet, but I don't add water to this because you just kind of like, you know, circular motion, polish your face with it, little granules, and this turns into like a foaming cleanser, but not stripping, then rinses away. So I love those. I love a physical scrub a couple mornings a week, okay? After I wash my face, after I use my SK2, I will then go in first thing with vitamin C serum. I know I have always told you guys snail mucin first. I was incorrect. This is why we got to follow the skincare experts. They know better than me. You would go in first with the vitamin C because it's thinner. You always start from thinnest, right? Like watery, thin, then snail mucin, okay? So I love the Naturium. I have been using this for 3 weeks. I bought this with my own money. If you don't know Naturium, you can get it on Amazon. You can get it on Naturium.com. You can get it at Target. It's Susan Yara's skincare line. She's skincare obsessed. She's a skincare guru. I trust her, and everything I've used from her is top notch. And this just has not given me any problems. It's about 20 bucks, maybe 24. I use it every morning. One pump is enough for my whole face, and it doesn't cause any irritation, any sensitivity. I love it. I absolutely love it. So after that, then I let that kind of sink in for a minute. Then I go in with 2 pumps of my snail essence, my snail mucin. I'll do 2 pumps. I'll go all over the whole face, including my neck. If I don't use this, then I absolutely love the Glow Recipe Plum Plump. This is the most hydrating, glassy, plumpy serum I've ever used. I love it. I have very little left. And then I will follow up, again, very little left, with their Pink Juice Moisturizer. These together, and I use this more in the summer, and that's why there's hardly any. These together, I get compliments on my skin. Like, people will go, "What are you using on your skin?" Glow Recipe, super, super hydrating and juicy, not just for young girls. It works for mature skin, and I love Glow Recipe. I love them. Okay, so after I put on a hydrating serum, whether it's the Glow Recipe or the snail mucin, then I will go in with a moisturizer. So one would be something kind of light in the summer, but for heavier in the winter, I love Tatcha Dew Skin. There's nothing more beautiful. It comes with a little beautiful spatula on top. It barely has a scent, but it does have the slightest, and it's just so thick and yummy. And when I put this on my skin, I feel like I have the most plump, velvety, beautiful skin in the world. I love this. I love this, and I also love their little eye cream. It's the Silk Peony eye cream. Again, gives me beautiful radiance around my eye. Another eye cream I used a lot this year, especially in the summer, was the Caudalie Premier Crew, because it's got this beautiful stainless tip, so you can massage. You know, I would pick it up and massage it, pick it up, massage it. It gets rid of those lymph fluids by doing the massaging motion. It's cold because it's a stainless steel tip, so it does beautiful depuffing, and it's also an excellent formula. Caudalie makes excellent skincare. They have a skincare line that I'm not going to talk about today, but it mimics retinol for women who can't use retinol. So if you're pregnant, or if you've tried every retinol under the sun and you don't want to deal with it, or if you're like super duper strict clean beauty and you don't want any retinol or vitamin A on your face, Caudalie makes a retinol alternative line called, I think, Resveratrol Lift. It's light pink, and they worked with Harvard on it, and it mimics retinol. In fact, I think it's even more effective than retinol, according to the studies, clinical studies. So Caudalie, do not sleep on Caudalie. It's an excellent product, okay? Then, so then I would obviously do SPF, and my number one SPF of the year is Beauty of Joseon. It's just the most lovely. I can even take a little bit, like if I'm in my car and I know I'm driving home in the sun, and I haven't put my SPF on in 4 hours or 5 hours. I'm like, oh, I don't want the sun to hit my face. I'll take a little bit of this on and I'll press it over my makeup, and it just sinks into the skin. It's excellent SPF. It feels like skincare. It's about $20. They're sold out all the time because it's Korean and it's very coveted, but it's the Beauty of Joseon SPF 50. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay. So then at night, I'm going to do the cleansing balm. I'm going to follow up with my soap, and then I let my skin dry. Why do I let my skin dry? Because I have recently, about 6 weeks ago, switched to retinaldehyde. Retinaldehyde is stronger than retinol, but more gentle. Retinaldehyde only has to make one conversion to the tretinoic acid or retinoic acid, whereas retinol has to make two conversions. So this is retinol with an A, and they call it retinaldehyde. This again is Naturium. It's a 5%. I've used it almost every night. I started with just every other night, so I was probably using it 2-3 nights a week, and then I started working up to every night. And it gave me zero problems, zero sensitivity, zero irritation. Do you still have a little bit of pilling? Sometimes, but that's just the nature of any vitamin A product, right? It's going to cause some sloughing. Then this brand is wildly popular, Medicate, and it's a lot more expensive, but this is their retinaldehyde. And they make it in different strengths, so you can graduate. So this is the 6%, and I have now worked up to using this every night. So I'm really proud of myself. It's the first time in my entire life I've been able to stick to any type of a retinol tretinoic acid every single night, and I almost never go without. So this has really been a game changer for me, the Medicate and the Naturium. Okay, and then that goes on dry skin, and then I'll kind of wait for a while for that to really sink in. I don't do this right before bed because I like to do my skincare in stages, but the Medicate has a really nice night cream that goes with it, and the Naturium also has a really nice moisturizer. So I'll use those for night. Now, if I ever feel like, yesterday I shaved my face with the Derma Flash, and I felt a little burny, and when I shaved my face, which also takes off some dead skin, takes off all the peach fuzz, then I put on this amazing Lancome serum, which I'll talk about in a minute. Then I put on SPF, and I was a little burny, okay? So last night I thought, you know what? Not a good night for retinaldehyde. I'm going to use a really deep moisturizing sleep mask, and that is the Peach and Lily Overnight Star Night Cream. This is super, super thick. I put it all over my face, and in the morning, it's like I have new skin. It's like, what irritation? It just deeply, deeply hydrates, and I love it, and I've used it for quite a while now, only at night. So if you are a lazy girl, this new Lancome Renergie, it's got the it's a triple serum. So see how it has 3 separate chambers, and then it has 3 different little holes, and it comes out, I wonder if you could see this. It comes out in 3 different formulas. It has vitamin C in one. It has ferulic acid in another, and it has hyaluronic acid in another. So those are the 3 formulas of serums, and then they just blend down. So if all of this, everything I'm telling you is like completely overwhelming, you might be a one-stop shop right here. And if you're oily, you do not need to go in with a moisturizer. This has plenty of hydration. If you're dry, you might want a little moisturizer over this. Yes, no, I don't know, and then your SPF. So I would do this for morning only because it has vitamin C in it. And I think that's it. Also, one one night a week, I might do a chemical mask. So this is the Glow Recipe AHA Watermelon Glow. And so I'll wash my face. I'll use my SK2. I'll wait for my skin to dry down a bit. And then this is a really beautiful gel acid mask that you can sleep in, and I do nothing else. I put this on and I do nothing else. I go to bed and we're talking baby skin in the morning, okay? So there is so much skincare on this whole wall that you can't even see. There is so much skincare behind this backdrop. I'm telling you, over 30 brands have sent me their skincare this year. So much is so good. I'm just showing you the ones that I have reached for again and again and again and again all year long, okay? So I hope that didn't overwhelm anyone, but I hope it helps. Maybe you found something that you can't wait to try in there. And I will tell you that I have had such a blast this year. This has been my most explosive year of growth, and I just cannot believe the blessings that have come this year. I had an agency approach me in March, and I signed with them and have been working with them since April. Their name is Mioni Management, and they have been phenomenal in connecting me with brands and spreading the message that mature women want representation. And I feel very honored to be representing mature women over on TikTok. I do it here too, and I do it on Instagram, but TikTok's my real platform where brands pay me to talk about their products. But just know that I only talk about products that I absolutely love. Like that Lancome serum I just showed you. Oh, I love it. I love it. It's not cheap, but I love it. And it's great if you're a lazy girl and you just want 3-in-1. Boom, you're done. So that's what I do over on TikTok, and I love it. I only work with brands that I love, and I only work with products that I love. I will try a product first before saying, yeah, I'll do this video with you, because I have to love it. If I love it, then you're going to know that in the video. It's going to come across that it's a product that I love and really works for me. And yeah, I won't talk about something that I don't like or that doesn't work. I've turned down plenty of brands this year, plenty. Okay, so yeah, it's been an amazing year, and I love the community we're growing here. I love our Look Good Close-Up Club we're growing here. I love so many of you becoming friends in the comments. I love so many of you giving your testimonial in the comments or sharing a product that you love that's worked for you. I love that. I love when I can't sometimes get to a comment in time and one of you will jump in and answer for me just because you follow me and you know me so well and you know what I would say. I love that. I love that we're one big mature community here on YouTube. This is my favorite platform for community. TikTok is probably my favorite platform for just becoming really good at talking about something in under a minute. It has really grown me this year. And then Instagram, you know, it's just there. It's a great place to DM me though. It's a great place to DM me. Okay, that's it for now. I hope you have the most beautiful holiday season. Happy Hanukkah to my beautiful Jewish friends. Merry Christmas to my secular and Christian friends. And is anyone celebrating Kwanzaa? We don't want to leave out Kwanzaa. We can't leave out Kwanzaa. But I hope you have a happy holiday. I will be back at the very end of the month with the Korean skincare video I have promised. And then we will start brand new in January 2023. So give me some ideas. Give me some ideas. Give me some things you want to hear about. Sure helps me, and it helps me to help you. You are the best community on the planet. I love you all so much. Bye for now.